Jenny, and she has been on the show, telling us how she never meant to get pregnant, what a tough time she was having as she got ready to be a teen mother. Now, Jenny's pregnancy was an accident, but every day we keep hearing from teenagers who say they want to have a baby.
I've had a miscarriage when I was 14. I want a baby. My mother, who will help me out, my father.
Selfish, spoiled, trying to get attention, the wrong way.
I may be pregnant.
Oh, well. Which boyfriend is this?
You have admitted that you want to trick your boyfriend.
She's saying that she might be pregnant, but if she is, it's not mine.
I'm gonna have the baby anyway.
The reason you want to have the baby is to satisfy you, not for the baby. I would think that when you see that video of a teenager going through what appears to be agony of childbirth, that would scare anybody from getting pregnant, especially a young girl. If it doesn't do it, there is a radical plan. This is to give prizes to girls who don't get pregnant. That's what this judge is trying to do. The question is, if you're going to get a free manicure or a free hairdo or cold cash, would that stop the hormones that are raging in a teenager? Would it stop a teen from getting pregnant? We have with us Lakita Garth, has her own opinion about that. She has another plan. She says, no way. You don't have to bribe a teenager to do the right thing. We should be telling kids not to have sex. That's her plan, okay? I don't know how that's going to work. Judge Barnett, let me start with you. Will it work telling kids not to have sex?
It works with some. It does not work with all of them.
Does not. Okay, what conclusions have you drawn? You are sitting on a bench for 23 years. You are a criminal trial judge. In 23 years, you must have seen it all. What have you learned?
I've concluded that a lot of our welfare, crime, public health costs, misery and ruined lives that goes with that, and a lot of the taxes it takes to pay it come from teenage pregnancies. They come from unwanted and unneeded pregnancies, and a lot of these are teenagers.
Okay, so you have this program called Project for Happier Lives, and this is like a contest. The contest is for the teen not to get pregnant.
Many girls will not have sex before marriage. Then there are others who will have sex, but they will not get pregnant, either accidentally or they plan it. Now, at the other end of the spectrum, you have girls who are going to get pregnant no matter what. They want to, and they will. There's a small number of those. But in between are a lot of girls who don't know that much about birth control. They are snowed by their boyfriend, and they end up getting pregnant. And that's the group we want to get to try to keep them from getting pregnant for many reasons. First of all, the young lady can, say, finish high school, get a job, get married, develop a family. If she gets pregnant in her teens, you can rest assured she's probably going to drop out of high school. And if she has a baby, if it's a boy, there's a good chance that boy is going to end up in prison when he gets older. In fact, the chance is almost 3 times as great if a teenager has a little boy as someone, say, 22 or 23 has a boy. 3 times as great that boy is going to end up in prison. I mean, this is from research.
Okay, so you have this contest. They would be given prize money, like $25 a month, and there'd be big prizes, like $5,000 and trips and all of this if you don't get pregnant.
That's for some of them, some of them.
Lakita goes around the country talking to teens about sex. Do you think they'll go for the judge's contest?
I think initially, but I think in the long run, it will not have the long-term effects.
Why?
I agree with the judge in the sense that a lot of the problems that we have actually were not necessarily teen pregnancies, because the father wasn't there. See, our grandparents were having their children when they were in the teens, but they stayed together. And I'm a firm believer in the fact that impressionable minds live up to the standards and the expectations that are placed upon them. I think in our culture, especially with my generation, the bar has been so lowered that my generation has to crawl through a sewer just to get underneath the other side, and we wonder why we're producing what we're doing. I think if we raise the standard, instead of teens shouldn't be getting pregnant, we need to raise the standard to teens shouldn't be having sex. And that is where we need to start. Because as a judge, he knows that we have laws for murder, for rape, for incest. Not everybody obeys them, but that is the standard. And everyone needs to try and achieve that standard of having a nonviolent, you know, culture where people can move freely. However, I want to finish my point. However, at the same point, I understand that everyone is not going to abstain. I totally understand that.
I had a couple come to me a while back. I knew the couple. They have a 10-year-old son and about a 16-year-old daughter. They are very active in the church. They had taught abstinence all this girl's life. They said, Judge, we need some help. Our daughter's dating a guy. We don't want her to date him. She's finally run away from home. We got her back.
Okay.
They say, stay off my back. The daughter did. She goes to her room when she comes in at night and wouldn't talk to him. Said, we think she's having sex with this guy. What should we do? Now, what would you advise them?
Well, to them, I wouldn't ask them to accommodate her behavior. I believe that they should keep the standard and ask what them as the parents may or not be giving her, that they might not be aware of. Because the reality of, well, I can't necessarily speak for that couple because I don't know that couple.
Well,
but I know, I'm talking about for the ones that I come in contact with, these girls are not having sex, not out there having sex just for the thrill of it. They're looking for something deeper. They're looking for verbal affirmation, and they're looking for physical affection. They're not going to get that in a giveaway program.
Guys play games with sex. Guys play games.
I agree. They sure
A lot of girls take a 14-year-old girl who she's never known her father. Her mother's on drugs. See, I went into this in court. I had many cases like this in court.
Right.
She's very vulnerable. She wants love. Some guy comes along, plays games with her, as guys do.
Gives her verbal affirmation,
and then she has sex.
Right.
Well, what we want to do is take this little girl and give her some education so that she will know the advantages of not getting pregnant, and the advantages of not having sex, for that matter. She can grow up, finish school, and all of the things that you've done, you know, have your job and have a family.
But is she eligible for your contest if she is having sex and using birth control and she still doesn't get pregnant?
Every girl in New Hanover County, teenager, is eligible to enter this.
Provided she doesn't get pregnant. You're not saying provided she doesn't have sex.
They're in it. They can come to the classes. If she gets pregnant, they don't get the prize.
They lose the prize.
And everybody doesn't get a prize. This is bait. There are many fishermen here. This is bait to get them into the program so we can teach them.
I totally agree in incentive, and I don't know the depths of your program. But when we start saying, you know, when you start asking the girls, well, why are you not having sex? And they say, oh, I'm not having sex because I get to get a manicure or whatever else. That implies that we're putting sex and a manicure on the same level playing field as an exchange of goods and services, rather than I'm not having sex because I don't think I should be having sex.
That's not it. We have, like Girls Inc. in Wilmington does a great job. There are a number of organizations that do a great job with girls, helping them abstain and teaching birth control, some of them. But there are some who will not voluntarily go. I saw them in court. I ordered thousands of kids in court to go get birth control.
Wait, let me ask you something, Akita. So you say to the girls, just say no. Just don't do it, just say no. And he says the boys play mind games with you.
Yes, they do.
How do you teach the girls to avoid the mind games?
Well, for one, I tell them what's really going on out there. Yes, we talk about the sexually transmitted diseases, we talk about abortion, we talk about AIDS, we talk about pregnancy, all of those things. But we get to the internal things of why young people are having sex. They're looking for intimacy they're not getting at home. And parents communicate intimacy through verbal affirmation and physical affection. If they're not getting those things, they'll go outside the house. The first guy who verbally affirms...
So you should be talking to the parents, not to the kids.
Well, that's the whole thing. It goes back to the family.
Sure,
and he talks about going back to the family. I believe that the incentives, and I have nothing against incentives, because I'm assumed to believe that your program is based fully on incentives. I believe that we should use
without that. We've done some surveys,
but like
and some of the
best
girls
friends,
said,
he talks
we will
about
come.
Girls Inc.
Okay,
but then
let's talk to some girls who want to get pregnant. We'll be right back.
I've had a miscarriage when I was 14. I want a baby. My mother, who will help me out,
The reason you want to have the baby is to satisfy you, not for the baby.
Are you angry because your mother abandoned the family? If so, please call us at 1-800-93-SALLY and tell us your story.
Dear Sally, I am so sick of teen girls saying all they want to do is have a baby. I am a teen mom, and let me tell you how hard my life is. I am on welfare, and I can barely scrape by. I can't go to school, and I can't go with my friends. I feel like I threw away my childhood.
Today we're talking about a controversial new program to try and stop teen pregnancies. This is one where you could win a contest if you don't get pregnant. And we also have Lakita here with us, spreading the message of not having sex. This is April. She has been trying to have a baby since she was 14 years old. She says she will do anything to get pregnant. Sitting next to her is Priscilla, who did get pregnant last year and sadly delivered her baby a few months ago to have it die of complications 3 days later. Priscilla says that's all she wants now is to get pregnant again. April, we're going to start with you. You are 17. Why do you want to get pregnant?
Because I need somebody who I can depend on, and that someone can depend on me all the time.
Go ahead.
And I need someone that I can...
Explain what you mean by depend on.
I want somebody that can depend on me all the time, and that I'll be there for them all the time.
Okay. How would you take care of this baby?
Financially.
Mm-hmm.
I have my mother who will help me out. My father will help me out on it. My grandparents. I will be working. I will help. I'll do most of the financial.
Are you going to work and go to school, or are you going to drop out of school?
No, I'm staying in school.
I want to graduate. And you're going to work, and you're going to take care of the baby.
Yes, I will.
This is a lot to do. What do you say to people who tell you you're too young?
I really don't care what other people think. It's my decision.
Okay.
And
now, you recently quit your job at a fast food restaurant because you told us it was too stressful.
Yes.
Do you think that having a baby, taking care of a baby is stressful?
I've been babysitting a 9-month-old baby, for almost 2 years now.
Right.
And I babysit the baby like 3 out of the 5 days, well, 5 out of the 7 days a week. I babysit it constantly. I diaper it. I change it. I'm more of a mother than his own mother is.
Okay. Well, wait, there's one more. What about, do you have a boyfriend?
Yes, I do.
Does he want a baby?
No, he doesn't. Not at this time right now.
Why does he not want a baby?
He has his own son right now. And
how old is your boyfriend?
18.
And he already has a child?
Yes.
How old is his child?
2 years old.
Go.
And, babysitting is a lot different than actually parenting a child. I mean, all of us can agree upon that in here. But there's something that you said that was interesting that I found. You said you want someone who will love you or depend on you and that you can depend on all the time. And that's the illustration of what I'm talking about. Why isn't she getting this from the place that she should be getting it from?
We're going to ask her mother, as we come along.
Questions? May I ask you something? Do you envision giving birth to a healthy, full-weight baby who's sound mentally? Is this what you envision? Okay. Would you believe it if I told you that if you're a teenager, your chances are pretty good to have a premature baby, an underweight baby, a baby that can be blind, complications, could die?
I've had a miscarriage when I was 14.
Do you understand that if you would wait, you're how old now?
I'm 17.
17. If you would wait 4 or 5 years, do you realize you could have a much healthier baby than you would have at your age?
Isn't it worth it to wait so that the baby would be healthier? Let me introduce our next guest. This is Priscilla. Priscilla has been having sex since she was 13. She says she's desperate to have a baby. She would like to replace the baby that she gave birth to.
Not replace him.
What?
Not replace him. I just want to fill some of the emptiness.
Okay, fill the emptiness. Exactly what it was that you were saying. Why do you want to have this baby?
I want to have a baby because, I don't know, I want a baby.
Why?
I mean, I have a lot of reasons.
To fill that emptiness.
To fill that emptiness.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that emptiness?
I mean, it's like a place where, I wake up in the morning sometimes and there's like no feelings whatsoever. I cry at night. I sit up at night all the time. I wake up in the middle of the night and, if I have a baby, I'll be up with the baby. instead of being up alone crying.
That baby will occupy your time, but that baby's not going to occupy that space.
I know that.
Space is no other human being on this planet is going to be able to fill that space that you're looking for. And I'm not here to down you guys or whatever. I really think that you have a lot potentially to offer. But at this point, at this stage in your formative years, you have got to be able to have instilled in you enough that you actually have to give love than having the need of having to receive it unconditionally for a baby. Because
That's
a baby...
not what I'm saying.
Well, how are you financially going to take care of the baby?
My boyfriend is he and his best friend own a business, a construction business.
May I ask you something, Priscilla? Did I understand that you've had one baby, and that baby died?
Yeah.
Did the doctors indicate at all that it might be attributable to your age, that
No.
you're not physically ready to have a healthy, mature, healthy baby?
No, they didn't say anything
They
like
didn't say
that.
anything about
That's
that?
very interesting. Does your mother, who is going to take care of the baby?
I will be in his mother and him. When he's not working...
Well, wait. He is going to take care of the baby when he's not working. Does his mother know that she's going to take care of the baby? Have you talked to his mother about taking care of the baby?
He talked to her. She doesn't know right now, but no.
Wait. No. You are volunteering a boyfriend's mother to
No,
take...
I'm not volunteering her. He has talked to her before and, talked about the pregnancy issue, and she said that she'd help him out any way she can.
Now, your
Priscilla,
mother...
may I ask you something? Does it bother you at all that if you have another baby, this baby, because of your age, could die or be handicapped?
I've worked with handicapped kids before.
And you have no problem with having a handicap?
No.
Well, wouldn't you prefer to have a healthy baby in, say, 4 or 5 years than have one now who could be handicapped his entire life?
Well, see, I think the issue is deeper than having the healthy baby or being physically. I think my concern is more emotionally and psychologically, because that's where their real need is. She talked about the emptiness. She talks about that she wants someone that she can depend on and who'll depend on her. Those are more emotional, psychological needs that many times shut down the common sense of what even our normal physical body can endure.
You are both saying that you are so selfish that you don't care if a baby is healthy, handicapped,
No,
whether
I
the
didn't say
baby...
that.
Yes, you are.
No.
You are saying the reason you want to have the baby is to satisfy you, not for the baby. Your mother doesn't know that you are trying to have a baby. She's going to be out here in a minute. Are you going to tell her?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take a break and we'll be right back.
I may be pregnant. Selfish, spoiled, trying to get attention, the wrong way. Which boyfriend is this? The two of you can't even take care of yourselves. How are you going to take care of a baby?
Are you a mom who feels guilty for abandoning your children or your family? If so, please call us at 1-800-93-SALLY and tell us about it. Next, Sally.
What? Is your mommy there?
All she can talk is baby talk.
Honey, we need your mommy. At least wait till I'm away from you to start laughing at me.
Trapped in the wrong voice.
Instead of introducing myself as Attila, I just say, hi, my name's Michelle.
I can't go through a drive-through.
Would you believe any voice can be changed? I want a voice makeover. Next, Sally.
Dear Sally, I had a baby when I was 15 years old, and my mom said I had to take responsibility for my actions. Boy, did my life change. I couldn't go to football games, sleepovers, dances, proms, or homecoming events. I'd like to shake those girls and tell them to spend a day with me before they decide to get pregnant.
It would be interesting to me to know why that's so. Of all the countries in the world, we have the most pregnancies. Statistics show the majority of the children born to teen mothers will spend their entire lives being poor and educationally disadvantaged. Meet Holly. She is April's mother. And she is opposed to April getting pregnant. April, you wanted to tell your mother something. What do you want to tell your mother?
I may be pregnant.
Oh, well. Why do you think you may be pregnant, April?
Take a deep breath.
I just think I might be. I've been sleeping with Ryan.
Yeah.
And we don't use protection.
I know that, too.
Okay.
And I've been having pains in my stomach, and I've been peeing a lot.
Okay.
And I talked to...
And that's why you think you may be pregnant.
And he said I might be pregnant.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
If I am, I'm going to go through with it.
Fine, it's your responsibility once you turn 18. You'll take care of it. Because I'm not going to. You did it. You'll take care of it yourself.
No. Now, you told me your mother was going to babysit and she was going to take care of...
My grandmother will help me babysit.
No, she won't.
Yes, she will.
No, she won't. She raised me. I raised you guys, and it's your responsibility.
She will watch the baby 4 hours a day. Not to hurt her. 4 hours a day. Not to hurt her. She will help me for 4 hours.
Wait a minute. Your grandmother is in her 60s. She has raised her family and done a lot. Do you think it's fair to your grandmother, for her, while you're in school and working? If you're going to go to school 8 hours a day or 6 hours a day...
4 hours.
4 hours a day, and you're going to work 4 hours a day, that's 8 hours a day. The baby's only up the 8 hours a day. You're leaving it with grandmother who's in her 60s? Is this fair to grandmother?
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
But why have you made that decision that grandmother ought to do this?
Because we're
But Sally is not going to be, it's not ultimately going to be grandmother. It was like the judge will definitely agree with this. We used to have 2-parent homes and single parents homes. Now it's parent state homes, and will be taking care of these children because they assume that mom and dad are just going to come along and just say, oh, wonderful, this is just great. You know, and a lot of them do have enough love for their child to make that sacrifice. But let me ask this.
The cost to society, incidentally, of teenage births is $29 billion a year. The cost, and
that's what, by the way, that's what we all pay for, you know, because who else pays except the tax?
To society.
Why is she so desperate to get pregnant?
Because she's selfish, spoiled,
selfish,
trying to get attention the wrong way.
What have you done to try and stop her from getting pregnant?
Excuse me, you've gone to therapists, counselors. I've talked to you.
You feel you've tried, Mom?
I've tried.
Okay, meet Cheryl. She's Priscilla's mother, and she says it's pretty easy for the kids to get pregnant. What do you want to tell your mother?
I want to tell her that I want to have a baby.
How do you feel about that, Mother?
Very angry.
Why?
Priscilla's gone through a lot and had a baby and lost a baby, and the whole family has gone through a lot of hardship with this. She's not ready for a baby, not mature enough. She does not have the means to take care of a baby, put a roof over his head, feed him, clothe him.
Well, she says that this boyfriend can take care of all that, and his mother is going to be the babysitter.
Which boyfriend is this?
Priscilla, may I ask you something? What would you like to be doing, say, 10 years from now? If you could do what you wanted to... Pardon?
I don't know what I want to do.
You have no idea?
No.
You have no idea of a career or anything like that?
I want to work with teenagers.
You want to work with teenagers?
Something working with teenagers.
Would you encourage the teenagers that you would be working with, would you encourage them to get pregnant or not get pregnant?
I wouldn't encourage them to get pregnant, but if it's something that they if it's something they truly want and something they truly believe they can do, and if they can prove they can do it, then...
Well, how do you prove you can do it? Look after the child and care for it and support it. Don't you think if you have one, you should support the child?
Yeah.
Would you support the child? If you had one in the next year?
She will attempt, but she's not capable. She's not able, not just financially, but emotionally and psychologically. She is not capable of taking care of a child.
I don't know how you can say that. You don't know me.
But you know what?
You have no idea
but
who
you know
I
what? I think that what he just came out of his mouth proves it himself. The young people that end up in his court. The two of you can't even take care of yourselves. How are you going to take care of a baby?
That's right.
And secondly, would you agree, I think we can all agree in this room that love means sacrifice and commitment, right?
Yes.
If you truly love these children who are not here yet, you will sacrifice the next 5 years of your life to bust your butt, make good grades, go to school, and provide for them.
We'll be right back.
It was going to be me and him and a baby that we both loved so much, and now it's just me and a baby.
Nice and hard. Push, 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 push.
The first night, I stayed up the entire night with him crying. I didn't know what to do. Nobody knows my story. They just look at me. I'm a teenager, and I'm carrying a child. I'm a slut.
For free tickets to be in the Sally Show audience, call 212-582-1722, extension 272 or 213. Are you a mom who feels guilty for abandoning your children or your family? If so, please call us at 1-800-93-SALLY and tell us about it.
A few years ago, a national campaign was launched to get teens to remain virgins until they got married. I didn't think this thing stood a chance. However, today, there are thousands of kids who've made a promise not to have sex until their wedding night. This is Lindsay and her dad, Mike. Lindsay is one of those girls. She is wearing a ring to prove it. That's something they do. It's a group called True Love Waits, and you wear that ring. Is that correct?
Yes.
And what is that supposed to say to a boy? Don't go out with you, or
No.
what does it say to a boy?
It means no ringy, no dingy. That's it.
Great going. Why do you want to do this?
I think that it is a wonderful, this campaign is an awesome opportunity for teens to commit to themselves, to God, to their family, their future mate, and their future children, not to have sex till they get married. You know what? I'm a normal teenage girl. I love to do everything that all normal teenage girls do. I love to babysit. I love kids. When I grow up and get married, I plan on having at least 3. But there's so much you girls have to offer, so much. You all are beautiful girls. You'll have so much potential. And doing this, you would be throwing away so much of your life. And
Do you have a boyfriend, by the way?
Yeah, I do have a boyfriend.
Because you see, it's easy to say, well, they're girls without boyfriends. Let them all say that we're going to be celibate. Very interesting. Most of the girls who come to be with us on the shows bring their mothers. You brought your father. Good. What do you think of this? I don't think we've seen 2 fathers all year. What do you think of this?
We kind of have an unusual relationship, not just her father, but I'm also her youth pastor. And I've been working with teenagers for 22 years, Sally, and what a blessing it's been in those 22 years to be able to teach all the young people, all the teenagers I've worked with about sexual abstinence. Before True Love Waits came about, we were still teaching things from God's Word.
It's just very simple. You don't have any questions. You just don't do it. We'll be right back.
Straight up. I'm going to have the baby anyway. If I'm going to have the baby anyway.
You have admitted that you want to trick your boyfriend. The boyfriend is right over here.
She's saying that she might be pregnant, but if she is, it's not mine.
Hi, I just want to say one thing to these 2 girls here. I can empathize with the feeling that you have on that longing to have a baby. I had that, but I thank God that I was able to wait till I was 30 to do that because I was not ready. And let me tell you something, if you have a void right now that needs to be filled, it is still going to be there 5 or 10 years from now, whether there's a baby or not. And let me tell you something, my husband and I, we're in a middle-class income right now. We make a good salary, and we are broke because of the expenses of raising a baby. Okay, and I just want to say that
yes, they bring a lot of love to your life, but if you're young and you still have time, what's it gonna hurt if you just wait, you know?
Basically, I just would like to know, what's the rush?
Exactly. Well, let me ask the girls if, how they feel. April, how do you feel?
I'm gonna have the baby anyway. If I'm gonna have the baby anyway.
Let me ask you something. You have admitted that you want to trick your boyfriend. The boyfriend is right over here. Stand up. She said she wants to trick you. How's that going to work?
I don't know how she could trick me, though. But, like, she's saying that she might be pregnant, but if she is, it's not mine because go ahead. Number one,
hold on.
I haven't been sleeping with her because she cheated on me with my and I told her that, like, before I could ever have any more children, because I already have a 2-year-old, and I don't see it because of reasons, but I told her that, number one, I'm too young, number two, I need to get my education, and number three, good for you. Good for you. And number three, I mean, I don't even know if I want to, like, I'm not even in love with her.
Okay.
Like, I'm way too young.
Wait. Well, this is a very ordinary story. This is not that unusual.
Like, I mean, I love her as a person, but I'm not in love with her yet. I mean, we haven't known each other long enough to be in love.
April, you got to think about that. Let me ask Priscilla. Priscilla, what about you? Do you still, we've zero batted with April, except maybe the guy is a little sharper right now. What about you? Was it somebody else you slept with? If you think you're pregnant, you slept with someone since your last period is 3 weeks ago, so was it him you slept with?
About, I think it was a week or two ago, I slept with. Yes.
Person upstairs in your house.
I was drunk. I didn't know
What about you? What about you, Priscilla?
What's the question?
The question is, do you still want to have a baby?
Yeah, let me tell you something.
You still want to have a baby?
You know if that young man doesn't care about you. When he has sex with you, he doesn't care about you. He cares about the rush, the feelings that he's going to have.
That's right.
He doesn't care about... And the thing that I would say to them is that the baby sometimes ends up being a real blessing. And I think children are God's gift to us. And yes, a baby is a blessing. No matter what the circumstances, I'm for babies. But what I would say to you is that there is a love that God has for you, and there is a man out there that God wants you to be united with. And in his plan, if you just be open to that. I mean, I sit here looking at you, I sit here looking at my daughter. These are the same things that I've said to her. And I would say that I love you. I don't even know you, but I care about you. My heart breaks for you. My heart breaks for your parents. And I care about you. If there's anything I could do to help you to understand.
I wish I felt as good as you do. I feel very discouraged with you.
Sally.
Are you angry because your mother abandoned the family? If so, please call us at 1-800-93-SALLY and tell us your story.
More excitement, more emotion, more drama. Just when you thought you'd seen it all.
You ain't seen nothing.
This February, Sally gives you more. Troubled teens. Unbelievable events.
I can't stand.
The only thing more incredible than the people are the stories they tell.
Hey, what?
This February, get more of the talk you can't live without. Get more Sally.
After the show, a pregnancy test confirmed that April is pregnant. She broke up with her boyfriend, quit school, left home, and is living with a friend. April says that she regrets getting pregnant and is seriously thinking about giving this baby up for adoption to a family who could do a better job of raising it. Cheryl says that when she and Priscilla got home, they had a long talk, and now Priscilla says that she no longer is trying to get pregnant. She She still feels a void in her life because of her baby who died. But she says the show made her realize that she's not ready to be a mom yet.
I want the judge to do that project. I want to hear about it. I want to know what's going to happen. I think Lakita's got her head on straight, and she's a fabulous, fabulous person. If I've batted zero here today, Lakita says perhaps I have not batted zero with some of you who are home watching.
That's
See you
right.
next time. Join me in my website.